Welcome, friends, to Now You Know, your spot to learn anything about everything. I'm your host, Alexander Snodderly, and in this episode, we're learning about the goofiest holiday of all, April Fool's Day, and the history behind it. But before we do that, what are people's all-time favorite April Fool's Day pranks? Maybe Katie can help us out with that.
Hi, I'm Katie Byrd, and you're watching Byrd on the Street. Well, sort of. You see, Byrd on the Street was a bit of a challenge this week for April Fool's Day. When you ask somebody their thoughts on April Fool's Day, most people have little to say.
I don't feel any particular way about April Fool's Day.
Or a little too much to say. So, how do you feel about April Fool's Day?
I am going to prank the entire school on April Fool's Day.
Really? Can you give us a little insider, maybe how that's gonna be?
I'm the homecoming king. You should be nervous.
We even tried pranking people ourselves, but it just wasn't working. The recent bear sighting on campus this morning.
Go Cats go.
Eventually, we just gave up. So, tell me what your plans are for April Fools.
Be weary.
And now you know. So instead, we decided to take it upon ourselves to show people how to really do April Fool's Day by taking a classic prank and putting our twist on it. We call this one the Unfortunate Prank Donuts. First, we stopped by our local donut place, Daylight Donuts, to get our hands on some real donuts for us to use. Oh, we also got to try some kolaches there because how could we resist?
Whoa! That's good.
Oh my god.
But seriously, thank you, Daylight Donuts, for being a massive help. We then went to the grocery store to gather some special ingredients because we aren't serving just any normal donuts. We're serving Unfortunate Prank Donuts. So let's take them to the kitchen and see what we can do. Since every donut is different, we have different ways of changing each one. Let's start off with our first prank, the mayo cannoli. First, we will scoop out the cream filling inside until we have a nice hole around the front. Then we'll take a syringe and replace the filling with our less appetizing mayo. It may look a little creamier, but most people eat anything if it's a dessert, so let's hope it works. Up next, we have our caramel and mustard glazed donuts. Take both donuts and put yellow frosting on one donut and then mustard on the other. Now, we didn't do a great job the first time we tried, but this pretty much nailed it the second time. We also made sure to add some sprinkles on top to give it a more authentic look. Up next is our most appetizing ingredient, cornstarch, and his brother in crime, hot sauce. Just fill up the syringe with hot sauce and use it to fill a raspberry or strawberry filled donut. We even tried it on some donut holes and they worked great. To cover up the mess, you can take some powdered sugar and cover the donut completely. And then do the exact same thing with the cornstarch and nobody will tell the difference. And just like that, you are set up for our Unfortunate Prank Donuts. Now, all we have to do is wait for some victims. But in the meantime, let's see if Al can teach everybody what April Fool's Day is really about.
April Fool's Day is famously celebrated on April 1st around the world. You may be wondering, how did April Fool's Day get its start? Its origins are unknown, but it does resemble ancient festivals in Italy, France, and India. There is some speculation that April Fool's Day goes back to 1582, when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. In the Julian calendar, the new year started around April 1st, better known as April Fool's Day. People who didn't realize that the new calendar year started on January 1st instead of April 1st were laughingstocks in their communities, and jokes were targeted at them. Many countries put their own original twist on the holiday. In France, a prank person is called a poisson d'avril, or April fish. Some countries even put out fake news headlines to play along with the holiday. Nowadays, people tend to pull elaborate pranks on each other as a way to observe the holiday, with an attempt to get a laugh out of somebody. This means that there aren't really traditional ways of observing the day like most pagan holidays. It sits in its spot where it encourages uniqueness and change every year.
Northwest Tower Yearbook has dedicated over a century to documenting life on campus and in the Maryville community. The award-winning organization has numerous Pacemaker Awards and a spot in the Associated Collegiate Press Hall of Fame. Learn more about Tower at the handles below.
For years, it has been Channel 8 News, the station that has kept the Northwest and Maryville community informed. Although the image has changed, the mission has not. It all happens here, every Monday at 9 a.m. on KNWT TV. This is Northwest News.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, Weak by AJR.
That's not what I was going to ask.
Double or pass it.
Okay, let's find someone else. Here we go.
Yeah, of course. I've got my Old Goose flannel on right here with the American Eagles beanie, running me about 60 on top. Below, I got my African Safari TJ Maxx exclusive. This is about 20. Thank you very much.
Okay, one more person. Can I ask you a question? Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to do one of these. Do you want to see my apartment? Sure, why not? I guess I'm seeing the apartment.
Oh, looks like I got a letter. I wonder who it's from today. Ooh, this is a thick one. Oh boy. What is this? Someone's a joker, huh? Oh, there's actually a letter in here. Let's... Dear Alexander Snodderly and the producers of Now You Know, we love your episode featuring April Fool's Day jokes. As the original company of hundreds of novelty pranks, we would like to be recognized on your show. Sincerely, SS Adams Co. We've all heard about wearing a fake Cassie school prank and putting a whoopee cushion under a teacher's chair prank, but what started the idea for all of these in the first place? Sorensen Adams, the founder of SS Adams Co. in the early 20th century, is known as the father of novelty pranks. Adams invented over 650 prank items, many of which are still used today. Some of Adams' most interesting inventions were sneezing powder, the stink bomb, and the fly in the ice cube. Today, many well-known international companies also get in on the April Fool's Day jokes. In 1996, Taco Bell announced that it had decided to purchase the historic Liberty Bell in Philadelphia and rename it the Taco Liberty Bell. Wonderful. Google also has an annual April Fool's Day prank with past jokes being telepathic search and playing Pac-Man on Google Maps. Like most holidays now, April Fool's Day has become very commercialized, but most attempts from companies to get on the festivities are pretty lighthearted. And if these simple novelty pranks didn't set the standard, we could be celebrating a very different holiday. So thank you SS Adam Co. for writing to us today and letting us try out some of your pranks.
Welcome to the Byrd House. Earlier we set up our April Fool's Day prank, and now it's time to actually prank some people. The plan is simple. We convince our victims that they are being brought in to do a donut taste test between a donut made by our producer Avery and a donut made by our other producer Tyrell. I'll always have Avery's donut, and unfortunately for them, they won't be so lucky. Let's bring them in. All right, guys, right now I'm here with Kieran. He is my Bearcat Cheer teammate. Hey guys, right now I'm here with my wonderful roommate Lily, and we are going to try these donuts from Avery and Tyrell. All right, guys, I'm here with my wonderful roommate Julia, and we are going to try these donuts. I'm here with Caleb Jones, and we are going to be trying these amazing donuts once again that Tyrell and Avery made. So what do you say we cheers?
Sure. I never really
Okay.
cheersed before.
Okay, that's awesome.
Cheers.
Here we go.
Oh my.
What's that? Mustard? I knew it wasn't a donut. Lily, I'm sorry, you need a napkin. It's really not that bad. What do you think?
This donut has many wonderful elements to it. Starting with, we're going pretty heavy on the powdered sugar on top. Okay, it's a little spicy. I'm getting some spice out of my donut.
Here, let's go for another bite.
You ate a lot of it too. All right, well, thanks for trying the donut. You just got pranked.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't a donut. Lily, I'm sorry, you need a napkin.
It's really not that bad.
Is it good?
No.
Oh. Should I try it?
Yeah.
What's in the Is it spicy? Mine is too! I'm gonna have to eat it because it's all in my mouth. Oh no, you guys spit it all off. I'm sad. Here, you don't have to finish the whole donut.
Okay.
You need water.
I'm good. Thank you, Katie Byrd.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I love being on this episode.
All right, guys, we just successfully pranked 5 people, including myself. I was not expecting that. It was really fun and just overall, honestly, probably my favorite thing I've done yet at the Byrd House. Thanks for watching.
In conclusion, we learned the history of April Fool's Day, how different countries celebrate it, and more about fun April Fool's Day pranks. And Kitty got to learn how to be a real pranker with some classic prank gifts. So if you didn't know much about April Fool's Day, I guess now you know. Thank you so much for watching this spam-tastic episode. Spam. 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 Thank you so much for watching this prank-tastic episode.